Have you ever felt like time has slipped away, like you've lost years to disappointment, failure, or pain? Do you look back and wonder if the dreams you once had will ever come to life again? Maybe you've experienced heartbreak, career setbacks, or seasons where nothing seemed to go right. It's easy to believe that once something is lost, it's gone forever. But with God, nothing is ever truly lost. He is the God of restoration, the one who redeems the time and brings beauty from brokenness. If you've been waiting for a breakthrough, wondering if God still has a plan for you, this message is for you. There are clear signs that God is working behind the scenes, bringing back what you thought was gone, and setting you up for something greater than you ever imagined. Stay with me as we dive deep into 5 powerful signs that God is restoring your lost years and broken dreams. When God begins to restore your life, one of the first things you may notice is that unexpected opportunities start appearing. For so long, it may have felt like every door was shut, every effort led to nothing, and every dream remained out of reach. But then, suddenly, things start to shift. A job opportunity comes your way that you weren't even looking for, a door opens in your career that once seemed impossible, or a long-lost connection is renewed in a way you never expected. These moments may seem like coincidences, but in reality, they are divine setups, God positioning you for the restoration He has planned. Think about Joseph in the Bible. He spent years in hardship, betrayed, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and imprisoned. But when the right time came, everything changed in an instant. One moment, he was forgotten in a prison cell. The next, he was standing before Pharaoh, stepping into his destiny as a ruler in Egypt. Genesis 41 verse 14 describes how Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and he was brought out of the dungeon quickly. That's how fast God can turn things around. This kind of restoration isn't just about external blessings, it's also about internal healing. When we experience loss, disappointment, or failure, the wounds can run deep. The pain of past mistakes, missed opportunities, and broken relationships can leave scars that weigh on us for years. But when God restores, He doesn't just bring back what was lost, He heals the heart that suffered through the loss. You may start to notice that memories that once caused you deep pain no longer have the same hold on you. The bitterness and regret begin to fade, replaced by a sense of peace and understanding. You no longer feel trapped by your past because God has given you a new perspective. This is exactly what happened to Job. After losing everything, his wealth, his children, and his health, he reached a place of complete devastation. But Job 42 verse 10 tells us that when he prayed for his friends, God restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as before. True restoration isn't just about getting things back, it's about receiving healing that allows you to move forward. And as that healing takes place, you will begin to experience an unexplainable peace. Even if your circumstances haven't fully changed yet, there's a deep knowing within you that God is working behind the scenes. This kind of peace doesn't come from your situation. It comes from the presence of God in your life. Philippians 4 verse 7 speaks of this peace, saying that it surpasses all understanding and will guard your heart and mind. Maybe you used to be filled with anxiety, constantly worrying about how things would turn out. But suddenly, you wake up feeling lighter, as if a weight has been lifted. You stop obsessing over lost time and start trusting that God can redeem it. This peace is a sign that your restoration is already in motion, even if you can't see it fully yet. And when that restoration comes, it won't just bring back what was lost, it will bring something even better. God doesn't replace, He multiplies. You may have lost a job, a relationship, or an opportunity, but what He brings in its place will be far greater. Just look at Naomi's story. She lost her husband and 2 sons, leaving her feeling completely hopeless. She even renamed herself Mara, which means bitter. But God was not finished with her. Through Ruth and Boaz, Naomi's family line was not only restored but became part of the lineage of King David and ultimately, Jesus Christ. When God restores, He does it beyond what you could ask or imagine. You may think you've lost something forever, but what He has planned is far greater than what you left behind. And as this restoration unfolds, you'll find that your sense of purpose is reignited. When we experience loss, we often lose sight of our calling. The passion and dreams we once had fade, buried under disappointment. But when God restores, He also revives the dreams that He placed within you from the beginning. You start feeling a fresh sense of excitement about life again, as if a new chapter is beginning. Look at Peter. After denying Jesus 3 times, he must have felt like his purpose was over. He had failed in the moment that mattered most. But in John 21 verses 15 to 17, Jesus restores him, telling him to feed my sheep. Peter's greatest failure became the turning point that led him to his true calling, leading the early church. When God restores you, He doesn't just put you back where you were. He propels you forward into something greater. Every setback, every delay, and every loss becomes part of your story, shaping you for the incredible future He has prepared. If you've been feeling like your best years are behind you, wondering if God can truly restore what has been lost, let this be your confirmation. He is a God of restoration. No time is ever wasted in His hands. What seems lost, broken, or forgotten is not beyond His power to redeem. When God restores, He does not just bring back what was lost, He brings something greater. He heals the wounds of the past, revives the dreams that once seemed impossible, and positions you for a future far beyond what you imagined. Your setbacks do not define you, they prepare you. Every delay, every disappointment, and every struggle becomes part of a powerful testimony that reveals His faithfulness. As you wait for your breakthrough, remember that restoration is already happening. The peace you feel, the unexpected doors that open, the renewed sense of purpose, all of these are signs that God is working behind the scenes. He is bringing you into a new season, one filled with blessings, growth, and fulfillment. So don't lose hope. Your story is not over. The dreams that seemed lost are still alive in God's plan. Stay faithful, trust in His timing, and know that He will restore your lost years in ways you never expected. Your best days are still ahead. Keep believing, keep moving forward, and watch as He turns your brokenness into something truly beautiful.